Good evening, boys and girls. How are we doing? It's 12:31 in the morning. It's Sunday, April 9th, 2020. We were John C. After service. My nightly refreshments. Surely you folks can appreciate the older you get, the worse it becomes, especially when you need liquid all the time. In such pot, I have water. Single-use water bottles, actually single-use soda bottles. I constantly use up to a point, and then I have to recycle them. I usually use the water for these things anyway because they come in handy like crazy. Saves money for me a lot. Souvenir cups I get from different places. This one's from Universal Studios. Has my tea in it. A thermos has my milk. This is like anti-acid for me. As much as I know I can take Pepto-Bismol or even Crunch on Thames, I prefer whole fat milk. Sticks in my system, in the gut, kind of neutralizes whatever stuff I've already eaten already. See what happens to me, it keeps it. But tonight, I wanted to mention something. Past few nights, depression's been kicking in real hard. I mean really hard. Where I'm having issues regarding depression. Now, I made some recordings a while ago. And I tried to make letters posted out there somewhere for people to read and understand that depression sucks. Depression's real and it kicks people's asses left and right. Now, no matter what people think at this point over here, it's one of the running causes right now of people committing suicide. I hear. I'm hearing about it on the news. I'm reading about it in social media reports left and right. That the longer they become socially distanced and isolated, people become disenfranchised with everything, including life itself, and they want to kill themselves. Well, I think there's other reasons that would lead up to that besides the excuse of using COVID-19. I mean, yes, COVID has put a damper on things, but there had to be some things underlying it. I am no expert. I'm not a shrink. I'm talking about personal experience for me. And I've been going back to my memories left and right, trying to figure out what caused all of my anxiety, what caused all of my situations happening. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, I am moving the camera. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. It's just a laptop. And as far as I'm concerned, I try to be truthful and honest with myself. I make audio recordings, sounding boards, just in case somebody else is going to be listening to it after maybe I die prematurely or something. And they'll be trying to figure out what the hell is going on inside my head before I left the earth. And maybe check out the videos that I've got to understand reasons why I might work. I could try making fun of the damn thing, but I know I'm making fun of it because I know it's deadly and dangerous. I can't make fun of COVID-19. COVID-19 is a mysterious disease right now that scientists are still baffled by, and people still think it's a damn flu bug. Case in point, I know I'm balancing depression and nervous mental and COVID-19, which leads me to Sturgis. Why did I say that? Outside gatherings. Now, the scientists and doctors And there's a lot of arguments in the communities these days, whether or not the scientists know everything or they don't know everything. And are the scientists educated idiots, white lab coats, or do they actually have something on their shoulders called intelligence, called heads, trying to figure things out left and right before us idiots out here try to kill ourselves? Of course, we're doing a wonderful job at it anyway. I mean, don't go to masks, we go to parties, we laugh, we socialize, we challenge each other. 2 or 3 weeks later, cases are coming in to the hospitals. Cases are being reported to the doctor's office. People are having problems with the COVID. Some people, mild enough, they laugh it off. It's always those people with the compromised immune systems one way or another that allows COVID to sneak in there and really ruin a person's life. I've heard people making claims that the news media is blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Maybe they are. And I keep telling them, look, you want to blow it out of proportion? You go to a hospital without a mask and they'll probably get you a mask to see what's going on. Unless you've got COVID. If you got COVID, maybe you're welcome in there. If you're not, don't go. Unless you're going to be gowning up like crazy and seeing your relatives or friends in there. Well, if you could, talk to the doctors and the hospitals in there to see what's going on. And talk to the staff, talk to the admin, and ask them if COVID's real or not. And how many cases have got recovered, and how many cases have actually crawled through the morgue. Or actually wheeled through the morgue, wheeled out. Yes, the numbers are frightening. What I see, large gatherings, is just as deadly. Now, I've heard on news reports coming from Micers that they're big, they're tough, they deal with machines, they can take anything. They think they're practically invincible because they're on the road on a big machine. Yeah, they're big machines. And yeah, they're taking their lives in their hands if they're using the damn things, but it doesn't make them Supermen. It doesn't make them Supermen. They're not immune to the damn bug. They're not immune to anything else in life. And they know it. They're going to laugh at life. They're going to say, ha 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 ha. Bring on your worst. I'll survive it. I'm a big biker. I know where this thing. I'm handling a big machine. And then the bug comes up and nails their ass. Within 2 or 3 weeks, I'm waiting for Sturgis to come out with COVID. South Dakota, Sturgis has been depending upon rallies year after year after year for their income. And they appreciate older bikers coming in, and it's a hell of a thing to have. Except COVID comes around, it's a party pooper. It's a life and death party pooper. But people are going to challenge life, they're going to gamble away, they're going to roll the dice. They think they're immune. They think they got luck on their side. I'm waiting for the cases to come out of Sturgis rally. I'm waiting for it. Because hardly any one of those guys are using any masks to protect themselves. Now, if they say they're getting depressed, I can understand about depression. Staying at home all the damn time, you get depressed like crazy. You get stir crazy. Low-grade depression. Yeah, try major depression. It's no fun. And I have to deal with major depression. All the damn time. It's no damn fun. Now let's kind of slide it over to that one. Give me 1 second. Never interfere with a lady eating her food. Especially a dog. When you start worrying more about a dog's behavior instead of your own, you're really going crazy. But this is what happens. cell phone beeps at you, and you get notifications of different things. But no, the depression had taken different twists and turns on me, and playing hate games on me left and right. It's hard as hell to deal with it, and I'm still having a hard time trying to cope. Depression can put you into a headlock if you're not careful with it. Now, I've heard the stigma growing up about depression, and people say, knock it off, laugh it off, work it off, do something to get it off, without consciously dealing with your damn problem. Because somehow, subconsciously, it's kicking your ass. And it's like, and a psychiatrist and a therapist are out there, they're finally getting the clue after how many people have killed themselves throughout the decades. I mean, it's not rocket scientists we're dealing with here. We're talking about mental health. Now, we thought physics was hard enough to understand. Human psyche is a different thing altogether. People laugh the damn thing off left and right. Wait until they get into the situation where they can't laugh it off. And they're the ones facing their own gun pointing at the face. And they're wondering how the hell they got into that situation in the first place. Well, after they laughed at other people who put themselves in that situation, and they think they were invulnerable, they're immune to it. To tell you the truth, we're all not immune to it. It's our own personal demons, if we want to say it. Our own personal hang-ups we've got. And a lot of people say, well, we got to tough it out. Well, you can try toughing it out to a point before your own psyche says, halt. You're not toughing it out. You got to deal with this. You can't compartmentalize it. You can't bury it any longer because this damn thing's sticking its hand out. The skeleton's coming up from the grave, boys and girls, and you got to deal with it, no matter what the hell the damn thing is. You have to deal with it. You have to wrestle with it. Because right now, it's screwing you over left and right. You can blame others for it, but it's still your monster. It's still your creation. Things happened in your past that were well beyond your control. You couldn't control those things. You had to bury the feelings and all the thoughts about it so deep that you still had to work and function. You had to function in life. You had to function in school. You had to function at work. You had to function with family. You had to function, period. That's the hardest damn thing to do. Because sometimes you'd have nightmares over the damn thing, and you either laugh the damn thing off or take a pill or drink it. I know, because I did nearly all three. I didn't take pills, but I couldn't laugh out those damn problems anyway. It's only when you have enough accumulative trauma that the mental barriers break down. I know, because mine did. I had no way of stopping it. There was no way of stopping the damn thing. Somewhere in the videos, I think I've talked about how I got in certain circumstances. I mean, born a month too early, okay, couldn't control that one. Had a holy heart, couldn't control that one. Died 3 times, there's no way in hell I had control over that one. So I wanted to stay in heaven, and God didn't want me down. I mean, He didn't want me up there just yet, said for the time. So, it's like the 3rd time, said, "Would you stay down there, already? I ain't ready for you up here yet. You still need meat on your bones. Still need to stretch you out a little bit here. Got to get a rolling pin on you. You're still just a little fleshy lumpy over here. I just got to roll you over a little bit. Got to shape you out." Well, I got shaped out all right, that's for sure. A lot of things happen in my life that have put me through emotional roller coasters, backbreakers, any other kind of weird-ass exercise terminology I can use at this point over here to describe the cardio. My brain's fogged up at this point over here. Aerobic exercises, stretches, whatever the terminology is, it's stuck in my brain at this point over here, so forgive me at this point over here, but it's put me through a lot. Put me through meat grinders, it's put me through the kneader. I got kneaded. Kneaded as a dough. A lump of dough material, and you're just being kneaded into something else. Thrown into another blender with those attachments in there just to work with the dough until you come out in a lump, pliable, stretchy, ready to be formed into something else. You have no idea what the hell it is, or probably what the hell I'm talking about, unless you've been baking and you've been around kitchen utensils. Yeah. But as for me, I felt like I was stretched out, and I have been put through rolling pins. I have been shaped, cut, reshaped, reformed. I have no idea what the hell I even have to work. It's hard to talk about to people the different terminologies and different lingos and how you are and the way you can relate to another person. If you're grieving and you've got intense pain inside of yourself, it's easy enough to say, I've got a lot of pain. But if you want to do a little more colorful lingo about it, I just take your heart out while it's still beating, put it into a Cuisinart blender, and watch the damn thing go. And you're still feeling the whole pain, and that's how you're feeling right now. Blender's still on, you're still screaming in agony at this point over here because you can't stand the loss. And you also can't stand your own heart, your own feelings, your own soul being torn apart left and right. That's what happens when you lose loved ones. So everything comes to a whole, for me, it came to a point. Now, I've had physical trauma happen to me several years ago when I had a tire dropped on my face by a supervisor in a retail store. Well, the company supervisor never apologized. And I had to learn to accept it. But the pain and the anger and everything else bottled up inside just was ready to explode. When I started losing my mother, that's when the grounds were really cracking like crazy, and the stuff was starting to ooze up. I lose my brother. All the barriers get broken, all the stuff gets oozed up, and I don't even know what the hell I am anymore. This is a long-ass video, I know. People are saying, well, I'm bored. What are you trying to tell me? Well, then you haven't listened. You could probably rewind the video again and still don't understand it unless you've already gone through it. A lot of people have written papers about this. A lot of people have talked about it in short terms that they could try understanding. And me, I'm just a long-ass winded guy trying to get this information out. For my sake, and probably for everyone else's sake, I don't do the short clip notes at this point over here. I explain how it is for me. And maybe you can understand that it's not easy dealing with feelings like this in the first place. It's not easy. I listen to it all the time on the news stations when they're talking about depression. It's usually about everybody else, but not the other schmucks like you and me. Kids are going through depression because of the COVID-19 keeping them trapped in not being socially active, not having a social life with their kids and their friends and everybody else around them that they're so used to. We're used to it. I mean, we're not used to being enclosed like this. But to think of it as the COVID is enhancing our own deepest insecurities. I know it is for me. I've already had enough insecurities as it is, but when you're sitting at home and you've got nothing else to do or no transportation to get over to, and basically stuck. So you're marinating in all this stuff that's happening here. My therapy for myself is to constantly use, besides having a dog lick my legs here. Excuse me for 1 second. It's always nice to have an emotional support animal. But then again, an emotional support animal usually has their own needs as well, like mine. She don't like the night. She don't like me up. She don't like July. She don't like fireworks. She definitely don't like kids. We got all three of them happening sometimes. Scared the living crap out of her. Even dogs get PTSD. Mine's got it bad. That's why she keeps going to me all the time, especially at night, because she needs to be assured. Just like you and me, we need this physical contact, this tactile response. We need the hugging, we need the touching, we need the caressing, we need the patting on the head, we need the shaking of the hands, we need a kissing of the paws, and we need to get the kisses in the face, right? What? No kisses? How dare you? Can't get a kiss? Please? Can't get a kiss? Oh, you're really great tonight, aren't you? You're really great tonight, aren't you, baby? She ain't doing so good. That being stomach, this is emotionally, we're both a wreck. We've had our own issues happening this past year and earlier. We're both survivors and still trying to deal with each other. We both love each other. And some things are too hard to deal with. So we have to constantly do this to each other. So what am I doing? You see this? You see what I'm doing? We are social creatures. We need the social contact. We need to deal with people. And that's the driving thing, that's the driving force that keeps people from not listening to the medical establishment and trying to protect their ass from getting a disease that's going to be taking their ass away, or giving it to everybody else. And you don't even know if you're the carrier or not. You can laugh it off. Sooner or later, this bug affects us all, one way or another, directly and or indirectly. I'm trying to tell it to you from one person to another person. It's bad enough we have to use these damn masks. It's bad enough we have to wear the damn masks. I don't even have a mask with me. I've got them in a vest. Some of my videos, you see me wear my black vest. The pocket I usually have on this side usually has a couple of masks in there, just in case. I have to. If I'm going into different places, I need that mask ready to go. I'll push it down for a minute, okay? All these things are interrelated. They are interrelated. They are connected. all suffering. We suffer from the social distancing. We suffer from the depression that we're getting at this point over here, from being denied the stuff that we used to like to do, or going out to places, going out to restaurants, eating a good meal, going out to venues all the time, going out shopping and talking to people, shaking their hands, hugging people, going to worship services, going to movie theaters, wherever there are large gatherings of people, usually about more than two, even schools. Being denied that, we are denying ourselves. And this is the contention of everybody these days who are battling against the mask situation, because the mask is a way of distancing ourselves. But it's a protection. Besides trying to protect the guy wearing the mask, it's also trying to protect the person on the other side of the mask. Now, they keep trying to tell you, and they keep trying to show you in different ways why it's necessary. Certain things will protect you from spreading the virus to somebody else. If you've got it and you don't know you have it, you're a potential carrier. And you could kill your loved ones if they've got compromised immune systems. And you can ask your doctors about this one. You can talk to your doctors about that one. Unless you've already got doctors are already thinking that everyone else is crazy, and they're right. So they don't follow everybody else. So they don't follow the evidence or the science, just like everyone else has to. That's the hardest damn thing we have to do right now, is follow the science. Because the science is trying to tell us something. The science is telling us that we've got a disease out there we have to take seriously. If we don't take it seriously, it's going to take us out seriously, one way or another. Either by us killing each other, killing ourselves in the process, or killing somebody else. I don't know how to explain it even more than that. You can throw out the damn politics at this point over here. This is a viral concerning about a damn bug over here. This is not your typical flu. This is not your Ebola. God, this is not even smallpox. At least those damn things, you can see them coming. You can see the outbreaks. This son of a bitch, you don't. And I just wish people would understand it more. I'll talk at another video.